All right, welcome back, everybody. Episode 7, the Commons Podcast. This is Josh. We got Jonesy out here. How you feeling, bro?
Oh, I'm good, bro. I'm good. No complaints. No complaints, bro. How you been?
Oh, bro, I went to a restaurant last weekend, and
Drew was there. He was serving y'all.
I went to a restaurant and I ordered a burger, and the guy was like, he was like, "Oh, you want everything on it?" And I was like, "No, I don't want no pickles." He was like, "You say you want extra pickles?" I said, "Bro, don't play with me like that. You don't even know. Don't play with me like that, because you don't know, bro."
And like, what is it? Eggs with no cheese. With cheese?
Like,
No cheese.
nah, son, don't do that. I'm dead. All
Was it
right, go
good?
ahead. The burger,
Yeah.
it was pretty good. They had plantains though. That's what I really fuck with. They had some plantains. Their plantains was solid.
Okay. Got a question for you. I had asked I had asked on my IG because one of my cousins had threw it in the group chat saying trying to see what we thought about it. But the question was, would you rather have two kids that are average or one kid that's a professional athlete and the other one can't read? So would you
Can't
so would
read
you
is wild. Can't read is like off top. Can't read is just so wild.
so what'd you say, bro?
All right, wait. All right, so I remember looking at this, and I feel like I had some questions.
It's
When
a
you
lot of
say like,
questions that need to be asked. Oh, no questions asked, bro. No questions asked. What are you going with? And then we
all
gonna
right, all
down
right,
to
all
the
right.
no
So if I
questions
can't,
asked.
if
What you
I
going with?
don't got to, if I just got to choose, oh man, if I just got to choose, if I just got to choose, I'm a pick the two average kids.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now let's dive into the questions. What questions did you have, bro?
Now, what would you pick? What would you off
No
the
questions. So no questions asked. Ooh, no questions asked. I think I'm finna go for broke. No questions asked, bro. Cause like no questions asked. I'm assuming the best possible outcome for the professional athlete.
Mhm.
So like my fear, my fear questions asked is like they're gonna be like a professional like cornhole player, and
I'm
they're gonna be
dead.
getting like 30,000 a year. So like they're gonna have to have a real job. So now they hold.
My
Um,
thing is the reason I wouldn't go with that is because like they're kids. So like it ain't like you gonna have at least 18 years before they start making money. And my assumption is, no disrespect out there, but if my kid can't read, they probably got, some other stuff going on that they need constant support and, people watching over them and stuff like that. So I'ma just go with the two average kids. That's just where it's at.
Man, the way I see it, dog, ladies, y'all been talking about where all the men who build houses. That's exactly what that dude is gonna be. He gonna be a master tradesman, bro.
I'm
Good with
dead.
his hands. Nope, no books necessary. No books necessary, bro.
I'm dead.
Um, but all right, but questions. So what the other question that I had was like, what's average though? What do we consider an average?
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't know. I like average kid. I assume they like, I don't know. They weren't born geniuses. They ain't not no prodigy of nothing, but they can read, they can write. They intelligent enough. You could teach them and stuff. That's what I assume average means.
But we got to extrapolate it to like what it looks like to them as an adult because you can't really be pro as a kid. So like you can't be really a pro athlete to like you 20 something ish. I
Hmm.
mean, basketball 19, but let's just call it 24. So like I don't know, I feel like you got to extrapolate it a little bit further than that for average, but like what are they peaking at for average? Like did they make it to six figures ever? Did they get stuck in like the 60 to 80 range? Like what are we considering
Well,
as
I
average?
feel like if they average, like their level of success, or I'm assuming that's what we're talking about, but their level of success or their peak depends on their parents at that point. Because if their parents were like super successful, started a business or whatever, it's a lot of nepotism. I'm gonna just hire them kids. Y'all come run this business. I don't care if y'all stupid. Hey, I'm gonna hire somebody else to do all the stuff. You gonna be the figurehead. That's it.
That's how I feel about my kid that can't read. Nepotism, good old nepotism.
Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, if that's where they're gonna be. Like if, or if they, or if you know what I'm saying, I'm only looking out for myself. Y'all 22, y'all finna go find a job. I don't care. Y'all working at McDonald's, whatever it is. Hey, it's tough. It's
What
tough.
you bring up a good point because I was thinking, I was like, because I had been thinking about because on my poll it was really about 50-50. Like minus like one or two. Average, not average. Pro and one that can't read won by like one or two. But my thing with the can't read, I had been thinking, I was like, all right, in what situation with my kid being an adult will I care that they can't read? Because I mean, we're not gonna be sitting in the living room reading books and nothing when I see them. Like we just gonna be talking, having
No, but it's
conversation.
so much that you know how much shit you can't do if you can't read.
No, bro. Like I mean, so are we talking about like can't read at all, bro? We talking about like
That's yeah,
allegedly
that's what
can't
I'm
read.
assuming. That's what I'm assuming.
But I
Can't read
mean,
at all.
allegedly Floyd Mayweather can't read, right? But like he knows like words. He knows like words though, right? So that's what I'm assuming, but
Nah, hold on. Now, hold on, because you do bring up a very valid point. I want to know how Floyd Mayweather made it through school. I don't know. Like, did he go to school? I want to know because that man he can't like he can't read, bro. Like legit, is bad. You seen the video, right?
you talking about the one on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
And 50 Cent. I got a challenge for you, and you can read one of each.
Bro, 50 Cent is bro. Hey, I've been following 50 Cent lately. That man is a menace, dog.
Oh
He is
no, for sure.
hilarious. That man is hilarious. Between him and like P. Diddy, I don't know who's more petty or funnier. Like they're just like the pettiest guys around, bro, in the game. Like that's just hilarious. Oh, they might be up there with Common.
I see. I ain't heard nothing about Common.
Nah, Common be out there talking reckless.
No, that's hilarious. So, but that's what I was saying though. Like, what level of can't read is it? And then, like in that instance, I mean, I expect you to be able to have a conversation because, like, you hear enough words on a daily basis to have a conversation. So, at what
Yeah, I
point does that
mean,
come?
can't read don't mean you can't talk. You could probably still talk or converse. You just can't read.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like, at what point is that coming back to haunt me? So it's like, am I okay with that and having a professional athlete?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I just like again, the only reason I would say that is because like I just feel like up until they are old enough to be by themselves, it's gonna be an extra tax on the
Bro,
parent.
but do you know how crazy I'm gonna be at school board meetings after the fact? My kid went through 18 years and he still doesn't know how to
You gonna put
read.
that check on the school?
Boy, what am I? Why doesn't
I'm
my kid
dead.
know how to read? What? What? It's
That's
up, man. But nah, that's what I'm going with, bro. As long as they not, again, I love cornhole, but as long as they not no professional cornhole player, like men's lacrosse, something that they're gonna have another job for. I think I'm gonna have to go with that professional athlete.
Hey, does it change if the kid that's a professional athlete is a girl?
Yes. Oh, 100%. Because I'm looking at it for the money. Like if
Yeah.
you're not making enough money, like it's just not worth
I
it.
feel like that's important. I feel like that's important to call out because the women's sports
It just
they
don't
don't
make as
it's not the
much.
same.
And
Yeah.
like and same thing with men. Like I said, like if it's like men's lacrosse or something where you just not make like the professional athlete conversation, it would really have to come down to like baseball, football, basketball. If it's anything outside of that, it's probably not worth it. Maybe boxing, maybe UFC, but I don't even know if I would choose either one of those. But That's what it comes down to. Money. If you're not
Mm.
making enough money, it's just not worth
Yeah,
it.
hey, I feel that. Speaking of making money, though, did you see this? San Francisco is considering giving $5 million in reparations to each black person in the city.
No, bro.
They
I need to see.
they want to give $5 million in reparations to. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When I read this, I was like, I get why people are leaving California because they like. I mean, not no disrespect. If they want to do that, and if you black and you in San Francisco,
I said, come
ball
on.
out, get your bread. First off, do black people in San Francisco need their money? Like, I feel like San Francisco is a pretty well off city. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I ain't never been
It's a big tech city. Like San
for sure.
Francisco is like it's a lot going on over there. And then of course we all know about the prices of housing and stuff in California. Maybe because I have heard that a lot of black people are getting pushed out in those areas. So maybe not.
I guess
But
they would benefit the most from the 5 mil, but are they going to actually get the 5 mil?
I no the proposal is still a proposal. It's like very early in the process. Basically, they said, and I guess it's important to call out. They said that it would only give reparations to the descendants of slaves. I don't know how they plan on working that out, but that's what they said. Um, and they still got to take it to the city. Like they got to take it to some board for the city before they can get it in. But they'll be the first city to do it in the U.S. to literally pay out cash. You're talking about 5 mil cash to people for slavery.
Bro, that's a crazy amount of money, bro. Like 5 million a person.
5 mil is crazy. That's life changing. If I get that from San Francisco, I'm leaving. I'm
Oh, I'm
100% leaving.
gone. I'm
I'm,
gone. I'm gone.
I'm out of here, bro. I'm going to South America or something. Like y'all not gonna catch me, bro. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to Asia or something. That's it. What
I'm
else I
not.
need to
That's
be
it.
here for?
I mean, appreciate y'all.
What else I need to be here for? I'm gone.
what what percent chance would you give it of actually passing?
Oh, two.
And then 2% chance milk. So it's basically milk. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's just not gonna happen, bro. I don't think that's just gonna happen. It's nice. It's a nice idea. It's a good gesture, but I don't think that just. I think there's too many hurdles for it to happen. I think they would have to like logistically. I feel like it would be super hard for them to actually operationalize it. Like I said, it's a good idea. I don't think they're gonna be able to make it happen. And I think legally they're gonna come up against so much opposition. And
Yeah.
because like once they do it, that sets a precedent for the entire nation.
Yeah.
Like it ain't just like it starts with them, but that sets a precedent. So now that opens a case for people to start suing the state, like different states, to be like, "Hey, I'm a descendant of a slave. Georgia, run me
Yeah.
my money."
Yeah,
So
that's the precedent. The precedent I'm using is California v.
exactly.
California v. Hold. I'm leaving too if I'm white because like I'm not paying tax dollars for no reparations, bro.
I'm dead.
What do y'all mean? I'm gone, bro. Like I'm gone. That's what my tax dollars is going to. Y'all
They
are
probably
crazy.
get. Well,
Five a
nah,
person
San
too.
Francisco is hella progressive though, so they probably all for it over there. They probably all for it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Bro, I would be. But I mean, like, but you're right. It is super progressive.
What would you do with 5 million cash?
Other than
Yeah,
dope.
you go. Where are you going?
5 mil cash. That's crazy, bro. Cause I might have to do something smart with my 5 mil. Cause at 5 mil, you get the chance to not really. You got two things. You can either chase a passion at that point, or you can do something to where you don't have to work again. Which I mean, ultimately could lead to you chasing a passion. So I'm not too sure yet. Cause I mean, that's not like do nothing for the rest of your life money. Um,
You're not sure? Nah, bro. No. They said they got a gun in your head. They said, "Tell me what you gonna do with this 5 mil." or you die.
So
What
I
you
gotta
gonna do?
spend it.
You just got to know what you're gonna do with it, or you're not gonna get it.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bro, why are you
10
counting?
times 10. That's 100.
Wait, mad.
Oh, I'm out. That's it. Like I'm probably done working for the rest of my life. All 5 mil. That's 100,000 a year for like the rest of my life. And some. I can do
Probably.
that. Yeah, I can do that. That's it. That's just ball game.
So you just gonna be chilling. That's it. Buy a
Yeah,
crib, chill out.
yeah, yep. And I'll kind of that'll be the main plan. I'll just kind of figure it out as I go. And if I ever get tired of that, living off 100,000, which is probably a gross underestimation, um, then I'll probably do something else. I'll try to hope that whatever I am, because I mean, you won't just do nothing for 60 years.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that whatever I decide to do will end up blowing up to where either I've enjoyed doing it to where it doesn't really matter how much I make,
Mm-hmm.
or it blows up to being a substantial amount of money.
That's fair. That's fair.
What you
I'm
doing with
blowing
it?
750K off rip. That shit, it's just gone. I'm blowing it.
Oh,
I
on
don't know.
what?
I'm gonna throw a big ass party. I'll buy a I'm gonna buy a I'm gonna buy a sports car, get a penthouse. That junk is gone. Rip, bro. Then the rest of the money, then we get I'm a spend that 750K, the other 250, help out my parents, my family, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna help them out with the full amount, just of that 250, whatever is
Some of
is
it gonna
needed
go
to set
to
them up right.
it.
And
Dinner's
then
on
and
me.
then we'll think about investing and stuff. But I might be out of the US at that point. I might dip because
And
my
go
money's
where?
gonna go way longer somewhere else.
But will the quality of life be what you want it to be?
I'll be living like a king. What you mean?
With no internet somewhere? Or
Nah, I mean they got in it, bro. I'll have my own generator. I'll have my own direct line to, bro. Like I will literally build the infrastructure down there if I have
I
to.
don't know, boy. They're gonna hit you for a lick, boy. You gonna have folks that's at your gate asking where they
Nah, bro,
five
I'm
mil
telling you, bro.
at.
Like you'll be straight, bro. At that point, like, I mean, what I need internet for? It's not like I'm working. I'm chilling at my pool all day.
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, you're not working.
So
I
I'm
hear it.
good chilling. All right,
So
Netflix ain't working. All right, cool. Let's go throw a party.
so
Okay.
what sports car are you getting now?
I don't know if I got 5 mil. That's a lot of money. Um, I don't know, man. I might do. I don't think I like Porsche enough. I don't know. It might be like It's probably gonna be a Lambo or something. Probably be a Lambo.
How much the Limbos cost? You get $1 million Limbo, or how expensive is your
No,
Limbo?
if I could resell it,
300,
if I
4
could
mil.
resell it, I might lease that. I might get it
Y'all
off.
need to shoot a music video.
Let's see, 2022 Lambo starts at 500,000.
I thought a
500,000.
Lambo. I don't know why I thought a Lambo costed $1 million.
Yeah.
They probably have some that cost $1 million. I would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, they got some other ones too. 275, 290. Oh yeah. It ain't that bad. I could do that. I could do that for sure. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna go down to what's it called? Go down to Miami and start a rental business. That's what I'm gonna do.
Boy, I'm about to start selling courses for sure. I'm flipping that. You can live like this too.
Yeah, you can do it too. Yeah, just follow this 12-point plan. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, how do you think that's going so far? I heard something. The last thing I heard on that 12-point plan, I think it was on about step 8, and Putin was like, "Yeah, we're gonna come to some kind of agreement."
Bruh. Bruh, I think the United Nations or some international body was mad at them because like they reviewed the plan and there was nothing in it. they reviewed the plan. There was nothing in there. For those that don't know what we talking about, it was China, right? China released
China had
a 12-point plan on how to end the war in Ukraine. And basically the United Nations or some international governing body reviewed it, and there was nothing there. In the press conference, they tried to ask the Chinese delegate or whomever they were talking to about it, and he was just dodging all the questions. And then finally they were like, do you believe Russia is responsible for starting the war? And he was basically like, we're on the right side of this and we want a good outcome. That's all he said. That's all he said. And they were back. They're like, at the very least, like, even if you're objective or you're neutral, everybody has said Russia started because, I mean, they fired in the missiles and they went and started attacking folks. So everybody has said that, but China was not, they was not happy. They're not going for it. They're not going for it. And then I saw, it was Putin, and I think it was the dictator of North Korea. I hope it wasn't China because that'd be so bad. Making pancakes together.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? The simulation is broken for sure. They don't even cook pancakes for themselves on a regular basis, bro. Now they're cooking pancakes.
Bruh. Hold on. Oh, nah. It was the Chinese president. Oh, I'm crying. Xi Jinping. Wait, what's his man name? Xi Jinping. Yo, he's the Chinese.
So they're cooking pancakes after discussing a 12-point plan.
Wow. That's hilarious. Yeah, they in cahoots for sure. They in cahoots for sure. It is what it is. Nah, but I just saw today though that they China, Russia, Iran, and Saudi Arabia are gonna stop, or they're trying to weaken the US dollar over there. They're actually using China's currency, the yuan or the yen, something like that, to secure all of their trades and all of those stuff that they're doing. And they're keeping less of the US dollar in their reserves. And they're doing that in response to the US like putting a bunch of sanctions against Russia for all that stuff. I was like, hey, that's kind of interesting. I was kind of upset because like Saudi Arabia is in there, and I like Saudi Arabia. I like what they're doing over there. I don't know if you've been seeing, but every time I turn around, they build us some new like futuristic, hotel or airport or something that's like, it just looks fine. Like it looks like they're trying to be the ultimate tourist destination, like hospitality.
Bro, does the Saudi Arabian government invest on behalf of the king or prime minister or president? Because like I'll see some stuff where it's like, I can't even think of the name of it off the top of my head, but like basically the country of Saudi Arabia is buying this, or the country, or like with Twitter, didn't like Saudi Arabia like have like the majority share in Twitter before Elon bought it or something like that? Saudi Crown Prince or something like that.
Yeah. They do have like investments that they operate under. I don't know how it works, but it might be interesting to talk about that. Yo, I saw that the I think it's the Mormon Church. The Mormon Church is like a conglomerate, dog. They got like a trust that has a holding company, and then they got like 6 different companies underneath that junk. And they do all types of stuff from like real estate to landscaping to resorts and stuff. And they like, it's crazy. I'm gonna read some more about it, and we'll talk about it on the next podcast. Because when I saw that, I was like, yo, this is wild.
Let's do the same breakdown with Jews.
For Jews?
Yep.
I don't know if it's easy. I don't know how easy it is because the Jewish community, they just work within themselves. So it ain't like it's official structures. They just like be loaning money to themselves to do stuff. Like it might be like a group of like 5 people or whatever. And they're like, all right, here's some money when you start your store or whatever. Hand me back. That's how it is. But speaking of nope, I'm not even gonna go there. Bro, did you see Trump was supposed to be arrested? He was supposed to be arrested a few days ago Or
last
sorry, he was
Tuesday at this
supposed to be
point.
indicted. He's supposed to be charged.
He said arrested.
Well, that's what he said. All of the reports said he was going to be charged. It was it's going to be for paying hush money to Stormy Daniels during, was it the 2016 presidential campaign when he was running for office. And you said what?
How did it come back up? Like, last thing I saw about Trump, they was trying to get him on the January 16th. Then I saw him tweet about, I don't even know if he tweeted it. Then I saw his post about, oh, they're trying to arrest me. Y'all need to protest. I asked you about it, and you was like, oh, nah, that's for Stormy Daniels. So, like, when did that come back up?
I think this is, so obviously he's under investigation. I think what happened was that so this is happening in Manhattan in New York. Mm-hmm. And I think the district attorney is investigating Trump and his organization for tax evasion and fraud anyway. And so when he was reviewing the numbers, he was like, wait, what's this random $130,000 for? And I think that's where that started. Because Stormy Daniels, so like they allegedly had the affair in 2006. And then when he was getting ready to run, that's when he told one of his people to pay for it and that he would reimburse them for the money. And I think by this point, the person that he paid has either turned against him or already snitched on him. So they probably was like, oh yeah, that's what the money was for. They probably confirmed it. But yeah, so he paid the money. And so I guess when they was looking through his records and stuff, they were like, what's this money for? And then it started a whole bunch of stuff from there. And that's just where it is. But he did, I don't know if it was on his, I don't know where he said it, if it was on his social media platform or what. But basically went out there saying, yeah, I'm about to be arrested. It's a witch hunt. I need y'all to go out there and riot, which is crazy. I don't know if he said those words. Allegedly, let me use that. Allegedly, he wanted to incite another riot.
Let's see. Do you think that he'll actually get arrested? Because since then, it's kind of died down. It's died down a lot since then. Actually.
It has died down a lot. So there's two things on this. One, I don't think that this is enough. I mean, we've seen Trump. I don't think Trump is going. He's gotten out of worse situations. Oh, but what I heard is that this is supposed to be the first of many. So Trump still has like 5 or 6 other ongoing investigations. 2 of them in New York. Some of them are for January 6th. Yeah, so like this is supposed to be like, I feel like it's like, all right, we're gonna throw a bunch of stuff at him and we're gonna see what sticks. That's one. The second thing is, like I said, he was supposed to be officially indicted this past week or something, and all of a sudden the jury or the court or whatever was like, oh, we're going on break, so the earliest we'll be able to review this is like the end of April. So I don't know, like maybe it'll just keep getting pushed out until he finds a solution. I don't think that this is enough to get Trump. I just don't believe it. I think it's funny. And to be honest, I feel like this is a witch hunt. Like I feel like this is bullshit. Like, to be completely honest, like I don't support Trump like that, but like this is nonsense. I just don't see why this is a thing that we're gonna try to arrest Donald Trump for. The man that literally said, grab her by on national TV.
That's an idiot. It definitely seems like a political play. Which, speaking of, like, I have been thinking, not to change the topic too much, I have been thinking, like, is Joe Biden really running for re-election next year? Is that what's gonna happen?
I don't know, dog. I don't think he should.
He's like,
I think he'll be like, what, 85? I think he'll be 85 if he, by the end of his next term.
Bro, like, this thing is insane, bro.
Yeah. No, I don't. There's no way he should be. There's no way he should be running again.
This could not have been George Washington's dream. Couldn't have been.
Why is it so hard to find how old this man is?
That's how you know he's old, bro.
Birthday. Oh, he celebrated his 80th birthday in November last year. Yeah, he would be 85 by the end of his next term if he was to run again. There's no way he should.
But I haven't heard any other Democrat coming up. Like for Republicans, of course, you got Trump, you got DeSantis. I haven't heard nothing else about Democrats, and it's a little bit too late to have it's not too late to have a primary, but it's too late for anybody to gain traction.
Nah, the incumbents always they have later. They start later. Whatever party is already in power, they always start later. Like they're not gonna do nothing until closer to what's it called. And to be honest, you're right. They might not do nothing. They might just put up 2 people, for show. But I don't know.
No, but if question rather, are you saying they usually don't do nothing if their current president is running for re-election?
No, if their party is currently in power.
Yeah,
they wait till later before they start doing a bunch of campaigns and stuff.
Even if this was his last term, you're saying that? I mean, even if he's running for re-election, it's because I don't expect anybody to step forward to challenge him. I don't think there's going to be a primary or anything.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like they don't unless the president announces oh, I'm not running, then nobody from that party is gonna up and challenge him at this point. It might be later on in the year when it's more pressure on Joe Biden or on the party to be who's gonna be up for election next year, that something comes out.
See, only thing with that is, if I'm not mistaken, primaries would be this time next year. So less than a year of campaigning, you're not gonna win. So I'm pretty much saying it's a foregone conclusion that he has to run because you're not putting nobody else up there yet. But I don't remember what it was like when who first.
Has it been 3 years of Joe Biden being in power?
He's up for election next year. We have an election next year for sure.
Oh, that's
crazy. 2020 COVID.
Yeah, 2020, 2024, yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, they had it late 2020, but yeah. But I don't remember how it was when Obama's last year in office. I don't remember when Hillary emerged to the scene.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I don't remember.
But yeah, he's way too old though, so.
I don't think he should. Yeah, I don't think he should at all. But we'll see.
Age limit.
All I know is if Joe Biden doesn't get my student loans forgiven, he's out of there.
They did try to sweep that under the rug. Wait,
that man's out of there, dog. If I don't get my student loans forgiven, bro, I'm gonna riot at the Capitol.
This broadcast was brought to you by pitchforks and torches.
Bruh, they was in there talking about it's the Supreme Court is listening to it now. But I saw some think piece about how even if it doesn't work, he's still done a lot for people because he changed the system and he, got some people's loans forgiven. I was like, man, I don't give a damn about none of that. My shit's still there. As far as I'm concerned, he ain't did nothing. I want to hear nothing.
That got to do with me. Either my student loans erased or I take that $5 million in reparations. You can choose.
Some gotta shake. It's y'all choice. Some gotta shake. I need something. This ain't happening.
I was asking for what, 10,000, 20,000. 20,000 or 5 million. Y'all decide, or I will.
Speaking of allegations, did you see Jonathan Majors? You rock with Jonathan Majors, but he had
I don't rock with him.
I could have sworn you said you do.
No,
you said you like Jonathan Majors.
No, all I've said about Jonathan Majors is that I thought he was the guy from The Walking Dead, which he's not even in The Walking Dead. That's all I ever knew about him. I haven't seen him in Lovecraft Country. I haven't seen him in nothing.
What? No.
Oh, I mean, I like Kang. I like Kang's character, but I mean,
Kang.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's just Marvel Universe. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't rock with the guy. Bro, and I'm not saying this because of the allegations. I'm just saying I didn't say I rock with the guy. I like Kang again. I like Kang's character.
Who is Kang?
So have you ever seen Loki?
You're talking about in the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, see, that's what I'm saying. I could have swore you said that you like Jonathan Majors, bro.
No, I like.
I'm gonna have to go back to the no, because I think that joke was out of episode 2. Nah, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna find it.
He
I'm
was
gonna
only.
find it. Don't even sweat
I've
it.
only seen. He was only in like one episode, so I've only like seen 10 minutes of him acting. I haven't. I
Oh
haven't
no,
seen
dog.
Creed.
All
I
right,
ain't
I'm gonna have
seen
to get a fact check
Ant-Man.
on that one, dog.
But yeah, I like. So if you say that based on like me wanting to see Ant-Man and the Wasp because of his character, sure, I can rock with him. But like, I don't know nothing about the guy.
No, I'm saying that because you said it.
I haven't seen him
All
in
right, man. If
nothing.
you ain't saying, all right, cool. We'll fight. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't even worry about it. I got the receipts. Don't even sweat it. I got the receipts.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, Jonathan Majors was accused of assault by his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
I think it's current.
Oh, well, I hope not. You accuse me of assault. We not together no more.
I think it allegedly happened like the day that it came out or whatever. Like he had got arrested for it.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. Yeah. He did get.
I'm assuming
He
it's
did get
current
arrested. They
or
took him
current
in.
at the time.
You said what?
I said, or at least current at the time.
Yeah.
Probably ex now.
But yeah, he was arrested. They took him in. But like that happened like a week or two ago. And they said, I saw today that they expect the charges to be dropped. The woman, you know, she basically at first she said he like slapped her and he put his hands on her neck that left a bruise. She didn't, from what I saw, she didn't say she was choked, but he put his hands on her and left a bruise around her neck. But now she's recanted. She's given two statements recanting that original sentence. And then they had video footage from the car and an eyewitness that saw the whole thing that corroborated Jonathan Major's story. The way it ended, I think Jonathan Majors was the one that called 911 too. And he called 911 because he was concerned for the woman's mental health, according to the report that I read. Which I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of questions. You know, was that the moment that he became concerned about his girlfriend's mental health? Is that like, was there no other signs or signals?
I've seen something, and this is like very loose information. I don't keep up with nothing, bro. But but it was like that she attacked him first, maybe. So like if she attacks him first and he's trying to restrain her, makes sense. But I don't know, like, and it's tough on him because like you really screwed at this point because like it's already out there. Even if she recants it, like you're gonna have to have like some legit video evidence. Like it really don't even matter what comes out at this point. Like some damage has already been done, and it's pretty interesting. Like when it first came out to see people pick sides, like oh guilty until proven innocent. Oh no, this is why women don't want to say nothing because y'all never believe them. And I realized that it's like men want to side with the guy in the situation because they don't want something like that to happen to them. Like they get accused of something they didn't do, and now my reputation's been damaged. So we don't want to be quick to do it to somebody else. And then women don't want to be in a situation that the woman's in where somebody did something to me, I'm coming out and everybody's out here like I'm lying and all this stuff. So it's like I don't think for some reason I don't feel like we found like the common ground on that. And it's always like pitchforks and torches anytime that like it always turns out to be this dividing event. It's the timing of it's kind of crazy too. Like, dang, you was at peak. Ant-Man just came out, Creed just came out. You're supposed to be doing another movie. I'm trying to think about what it is too.
Yeah, I think he got something was dropped. He was dropped from something.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I think a sponsorship or something.
I know some movie was about to come out on somebody that we don't really care about. Can't remember who it is exactly, but he was supposed to be the star of that. So like the timing of it's kind of crazy because like you literally at your peak. But what from what you've seen, did you believe it or like kind of like what were your first response on it?
Well, I feel like I agree with what you said. Like I feel like when issues like this always come out, it's very polarizing at first. Like everybody immediately jumps to a side, and I'm kind of the opposite of like I'm not gonna know everything that happened. Like my default is always I want to wait for more information. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, and I'm not saying that there shouldn't be precautions taken in the meantime, but I don't pass judgment until like everything has been investigated and found out. Like I just don't think that's fair either way. It just don't make sense. Cause I see both sides for sure. Like I understand like there are situations where, a woman might be like, oh, X, Y, and Z happened, and it's an unfortunate situation for the woman. There are also plenty of guys that have had, women accuse them of stuff that didn't happen at all. So it's like I get both sides, but each case is individual and it's different. So it's like, you can't really put a blanket statement on the whole thing and be like, oh, always believe women, or all women that say something should go to jail if they like. That's not. It just don't make sense to do that. It's different with like gun violence, because gun violence is the same. Like people walk in, they shoot people. Stop shooting people. Stop letting them have guns. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's easy. But cases like these, there's so many things that go into it. Like you got to add the context, the relationship, what happened, any evidence and stuff like that. So I don't know. But I will say, it's crazy that you mentioned the timing, because the other reason that the timing is crazy is because we're in March right now, 2023. In March 2022, Jonathan Majors was also accused by his then girlfriend. What was her name? What's it called? Jussie Smollett's sister, Journey Smollett. He was accused by her of, I think it might have been harassment or something like that. But I don't know. It's something going on with Jonathan Majors in the month of March. He just don't need to be dating no women in that month.
Weather start heating up, boy. He be like, summer around the corner. I gotta break loose of this.
Bruh, I don't know what be going on with him, dog. That jump's kind of crazy.
Yeah. This is very random, and this might get edited out. But on domestic violence, I was like, the first time like a man hit you, like you do gotta leave, because that's probably not the first time he thought about hitting you. That's just the first time he did that jump. So it's like you gotta dip at that point, like, because once the veil get broken, like it's up for you. So it's like, you gotta realize, oh no, it's just a one time thing. No, he probably thought about hitting you a couple of times, and this one it was just like, you know what, I've had it, and that's it. So you just gotta get to moving at that point.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
It was a show. It was a show or a movie, and I can't even remember what it was. But somebody got caught stealing. It was like, what should I do with them? He was like, you should kill them. This isn't the first time they stole. This is the first time they got caught. And that made me think about the domestic violence thing. It's like, yeah, probably the same thing. Like, probably this ain't like, this might be the first time they hit you, but they probably thought about doing that jump. So anyways, what we got next?
Have you seen this new show, Swarm?
Is it a show or is it a movie, bro?
It's a show.
Which one is it?
It's a show. It's a show. I think it's got 10 episodes, something like that. So it's on Amazon Prime, I believe. And it's either on Amazon, I think it's Amazon Prime. But yeah, I'm sure you've seen everybody talk about Damson Idris and Chloe Bailey in there. And this scene was wild. It's not wild. It was just crazy because it literally happened. Like, it happened in the first 2 minutes of the show. Like, this is how they opened the show.
Episode 1?
Episode 1, 2 minutes in, like, just cheeks getting clapped. Just crazy. And first off, Chloe Bailey.
You're wild, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, that, bro, it was yo. It's so crazy that, so like I saw it, like she did a little interview talking about like the sex scene that they had, and how, you know, Damson made it comfortable, and it, you know, at first she felt awkward and but you know, he made it feel comfortable, and it was, you know, completely professional, X, Y, and Z. So I already knew, you know, what was coming, and I knew that it was her. I didn't like, I don't be watching Chloe Bailey like that. I don't follow her, so I don't know what she, you know, what her body looks like. Every time I see her, I see that she's doing something more out there each time. But, you know, this was kind of wild. Anyways, I'm watching it with a girl, right? And Damson's on screen clapping cheeks. And my girl says, "Is he having sex with a fat woman?" And I was like, "No, she's just that thick." Like,
that's crazy.
Like, no, bro, she's just that thick. Like, that's how. Yeah, it was pretty wild, bro. But it's also crazy because like that had nothing to do with the rest of the show. Like nothing. I don't think there was another sex scene in the entire 10 episodes of the show, bro. Like that literally had no context. It didn't set up anything. Personally, I feel like because the show was directed by Donald Glover, I feel like
and written by Jordan Peele, wasn't it? Or like, I thought Jordan Peele had something to do with it as well.
Maybe he wrote it, or maybe he was one of the producers. But I'm pretty sure I saw like, or maybe they had, you know, some shows have different people directing them and stuff. So maybe they did that. But what's it called? I feel like they did that to create a viral moment that they knew was gonna draw a lot of attention to the show, because it literally had no context on anything, like no character development or nothing. It did nothing for the show. They obviously is two, you know, characters or two actors that are really popular right now, really big. They put it in the first 2 minutes of the movie or of the show.
So now you gotta watch to see if something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it literally like, and they know that it's gonna go viral. Like people gonna talk about it, people gonna repost it, like X, Y, and Z. I feel like that's all they did it for, because there's no other reason for them to have that. There wasn't another sex scene in the entire show.
No, that's insane. And I don't like it because for some of the reasons that you just mentioned. Like, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the show, movie. I was like, I didn't hear about it until I seen this scene. So I really didn't have no reason to watch it unless I wanted to see the sex scene, right? So I was like, I don't like it because it don't really do nothing for her. And like, normal people really shouldn't get to see Chloe Bailey naked like that. Like, we just shouldn't get to see that. So I was like, y'all kind of just drag, like, and then like it made me realize, like, oh, they really just be dragging it with sex scenes in general, because like, we be there to see the woman naked, but like, you don't really, I don't really think women benefit from sex scenes like that, but people gonna throw it in there because that's what people want to see. So that scene made me think about it that way. And like my whole, I don't know, bro. Like it didn't really sit right with me, because it seemed like I don't know, like, I mean, because at the end of the day, she could have wanted to do the scene, but still, even if she wanted it, like, if you want to do a sex scene, like, do one that you benefit from. Like, you just get your cheeks clapped in this one. Like, there ain't no acting involved in it. Like, none of that. Like, that jump, like, I feel like that was they was I don't, taking advantage isn't the right word, but like, I can't think of a better word for it. And I just didn't like it about that. It was like, nah, it's like they be dragging it. Like, y'all didn't have to put this scene in there. I was like, I don't care if, I was like, there is no way possible that you I didn't, like, without watching the movie, I was like, there's no way possible that you absolutely had to have this sex scene in the show or in the movie. Like, you could have did it without it. I was like, and then it's Chloe Bailey. Like, we can't just be putting everybody in scenes like this, bro. Like, really, I kind of think nobody should now. Like, after seeing that, I was like, oh yeah, I had took the path of like, you can't say that Chloe shouldn't be in it, but somebody else should be. Like, really, nobody should be in it. But like,
you saying we shouldn't be doing sex scenes in shows and movies?
Just shouldn't, bro. Like, we just shouldn't.
That's fair. I don't. Yeah, I don't. See, my thing is, I agree. Like, I feel like a lot of TV is very vulgar, and unless I feel like there are a lot of shows where it just doesn't fit. Like, it just doesn't make sense, and it feels like they're putting a sex scene in there to have a sex scene because you can't make a show or a movie without a sex scene. It's just like it doesn't feel right. But there are other shows that make sense. So like Shameless had it made sense for them to have because like the whole show was just raw and dirty. Like
Yeah,
that,
it was.
that was just how the show was. So like it made sense for them to have that in there. But like I said, it made no sense for them to really put that. That's why I said I feel like the only reason they did it was to create a viral moment to do numbers for the show. Like I feel like that was it.
And she's 24, dog. That don't sit right with me, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't. Has she acted in anything else?
No, not that I know of, bro. That's what I don't
For
like.
that to be your TV debut is kind of wild.
Like, and it don't have to be a bad thing, but it just didn't like to me. It just didn't have to happen. So it's like, so and then it just to me it becomes a larger issue of like, dang, like who else is this happening to? Like they just be dragging it, bro. Like I don't know, man. It didn't sit right with me. So I don't know if I can watch it because of that, but it didn't sit right with me, dog.
I feel that. Yeah, like I said, it is weird, but you know, I watched it. I watched it because I wanted to watch the show. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna turn it off because it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Like, nah.
My bad. The other side of it is like, I'm trying to in my head, I'm trying to look out for them, but like maybe I should just sit down and just watch the show for entertainment like everybody else did. It ain't no big deal. Like
everybody her choice.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I think they was dragging it by doing that jump, bro. But hey.
I agree, man. I agree. I think they was doing a little too much. They had to do all that. It ain't make sense. But it is what it is.
Because naked is one thing, bro. Like naked is one thing. like that's one thing.
Oh yeah. If you naked, that's one thing. But getting your cheeks clapped.
Like that's it only benefited Damson and Idris in the
Oh yeah, of course. I know that man was in there like, oh yeah. But can we get a reshoot?
But like just a shirtless Damson Idris in there, like nobody just wants to see that, bro. Like I'm sure there are some fans out there. Yeah, we do want to see shirtless Damson. Franklin. All right, cool. But like, bro, like, what did Chloe really get from that scene, bro? Like,
I think Damson's like 31 now.
Franklin?
Yeah. Yes, bro. He started the show when he was 23. I think he's 31 now.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Yup, that man's 31.
That's crazy. I ain't know that either. I thought he was probably like 25, 27.
I thought so too. Nah, that man's older. Crazy stuff. Crazy times, man. All right, y'all. This has been episode 7 of the Comments Podcast. As always, leave a like, leave a comment, and share it with one person. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch you on the next one.